Never underestimate the extraordinary power of humor. Of the 8 presidents I worked for, 2 had no discernible sense of humor. Richard Nixon and Jimmy Carter. I'll let you draw your own conclusions from that. The one with the best sense of humor, will not surprise you, was Ronald Reagan. I was briefing him one time in the Oval Office before his first meeting with Mikhail Gorbachev. And Reagan had hearing aids in both ears. And I was seated next to him on a couch, and he was seated in a wingback chair to my right. And in the middle of my briefing, I heard this screeching sound. And he kind of winced, and it was one of his hearing aids. And he reached up and adjusted it. And I went on with my briefing, and a couple of minutes later, it was even loud. It came on and screeched louder, and he really winced in pain. And finally, he reached up and plucked the hearing aid out of his ear, and he pounded it in his hand. And as he was putting it back in his ear, he leaned over and whispered to me, "It's my KGB handler trying to reach me." One time, somebody made a mistake in the Situation Room, and as often was the case, Reagan would tell a story to break to sort of break the tension. His favorite story was about a business leader who had a friend who was opening a new branch office, and so he ordered a flower display to be delivered to the friend in his new branch office. And his friend called him the next day to thank him for the bouquet, but he said, "You know, the thing is that the card on the flower arrangement said, 'Rest in peace.'" And the businessman was very unhappy, and he called the florist and demanded an explanation. And finally, the florist said, "Well, sir, just think of it this way. Somewhere in this city yesterday, somebody was buried under a floral arrangement where the card read, 'Good luck in your new location.'"